All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Little late night listing live. I told you guys earlier that I'd probably be on, and here I am. Probably going to list 5 to 10 items on live. Hang out for a little bit. Joe Bro's to bed a little earlier tonight, so won't be bothered by him getting up and running around and doing what he was doing the last couple nights. So hang out, get some listings done. Feel free to ask questions. That's what these lives are all about, just kind of chilling at night. Everybody's getting some work done because this is the time that I usually do most of my work is at nighttime when all the kids are relaxing, got some extra time, and get some listings up. So I've already done my 20 listings for today. So basically what I'm going to do tonight is get a little ahead of a schedule for tomorrow. Kayla will probably take photos for most of the day tomorrow because we're probably not going to go source because we already sourced a ton at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You can see kind of all the bags down there. We're going to sort through that stuff tomorrow. What we're going to list tonight is mostly pre-owned stuff. And then tomorrow we're going to set up for the Whatnot show. So while she's doing some photos, I'll set up for Saturday's Whatnot show, get a little ahead of schedule, and then list for the rest of the day. Because we still got a good pile of pre-owned to list before I want to list the new with tag stuff. So I want to get through that whole entire pre-owned pile before we start new with tags, which is kind of opposite what you want to do. You really want to get the new with tag stuff up first. But we've had that pre-owned pile sitting there for like a week now. Actually, earlier this week I did another bulk buy, so that's where most of that stuff came from. So kind of want to get through it so we don't have a pile just hanging out. What's up, Juliet? What's up, Darlene? What's up, Sean? Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys hopping on in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, just hang out. Let me know what you sold today. Today has been really good. I just looked at my sales. Kind of took like a little 15-minute nap before the live, but just looked at my sales, and sales have been super strong today. We shipped out a bunch of stuff before the mailman got here too. And just on eBay alone, I'm at $522 in sales today. So hopefully you guys had good sales too. It seems like we had like a week and a half of like really bad summer slowdown there, and now summer slowdown is gone for us. We're not really having any more issues. So hopefully the same's for you guys. And of course, when we start listing some of this new with tag stuff, it'll really help sales and volume and stuff like that. So what's up, Wanda? What's up, Carrie in the house? Pokey Bros here. Natalie's here. Everybody on YouTube. No Facebook people yet. All the Facebook people, they're slow to comment. You YouTube people, you're fast. But then again, I think the notification goes out faster on YouTube than it does over on Facebook anyway. That's usual. Oh, I forgot to plug in the camera. That's one thing I got to do. Let me plug this camera in real quick. So that way we have the setup ready to go. I didn't turn on that light yet behind me because sometimes it bothers my eyes when I have that light on behind me. How many items do you have listed currently on eBay? We have, let me go over my eBay active. I have 2,232 active listings, 2232. No sales, also Poshmark, no sales in 2 weeks. No sales in 2 weeks on Poshmark, wow. I have somebody building a bundle right now on Poshmark, so I'm hoping they buy. They've got like 7 or 8 items in their bundle, so hopefully it's picking back up. Yeah, that's how I feel. For me, it's definitely, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the summer slowdown kind of drifting away as we get closer to back to school. Obviously, the back to school parents are going to be shopping for their kiddos, so you'll start seeing some of those sales come through. But so far, so good. There's a first Facebooker. What's up, Carolyn? Welcome in. You're new here? Let's go. Appreciate you hopping in. Feel free to ask questions as you're hanging out. We're just going to do some listings and hang out with each other. We do this like 4 times a week. Good evening. I'm listening to, I entered my shipping settings on Nifty last night, entered some labels tonight, then listing. Let's go. Awesome. You're rocking your sales, but you are established. Yes, we've been doing this since 2018. So don't compare your sales to our sales. If you've had slow sales, just know we've had tons and tons of years to grow up to this. So bunch of Todd Snyder today at TJ. I did too. What kind of Todd Snyder did you grab, Elliot? I got t-shirts. The t-shirts were, I want to say they were $7 a piece. I didn't see any pants. I know some people were saying they grabbed pants, and some people were say they grabbed polos, but I didn't find any of that stuff where I was. I just grabbed the t-shirts, which are good. They were, I forget the style name of them, but they go for like, I want to say like $35 is what the t-shirts go for, and I grabbed as many as I could. I left quite a few behind because they were missing the retail tags. Retail tags were underneath the armpit, and I was checking them before I checked out, and I noticed like a few of them didn't have them, so I ended up leaving those behind. Doing my full-time day job work as I listen, not listing still. There you go. You're hanging out while you're doing your full-time job. It's late. What do you do for work, Carolyn? It's late. It's 10:45. Well, you might be living somewhere else too. Where do you store all of them? I store them out in my garage. If you watch some of my short form content, when I pull my orders, you can see. Also, I plan to make next Monday, I might make a full YouTube video on me pulling orders, like every single one of orders I have for the weekend. I've been meaning to do that. It's just Mondays are usually pretty hectic. So I plan to ship out all the Whatnot orders from Saturday's show on Sunday. So that way on Monday morning, I can film that whole video of me pulling orders and kind of going over the inventory system. Because I know I have an inventory system video, but it's super old on YouTube. And some people on Facebook haven't even seen that video. So look out for that video, but go watch the short form content. I got plenty of shorts that show exactly how I pull my inventory. Dora the Explorer's here. What's up, Dora? Welcome in. Feeding the cats to get ready for bed. There you go. Everybody's hanging out. Just got back from TJ Maxx. What'd you find? Anybody find some good stuff? I had a couple people comment. By the way, I put out that video today. If you haven't seen it on Facebook and YouTube, it's up right now. Everybody on Facebook is loving it. That's probably one of my fastest growing Facebook full length videos that I've had in a very long time. I think it's over 5K views now, and YouTube's over 1,000 views. So it's really good for my channel because I don't really post too much long form content. And you guys seem to be liking that video. So if you guys find anything cool, let me know. Anything like unique at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Somebody asked about 7 diamond stretch, 4-way stretch shirts earlier. Just be very, very careful with the polos. There's tons of 7 diamond polos out there. Don't grab all of them. I would just grab the bigger sizes if I was grabbing those. Somebody mentioned that earlier on one of my videos. Got 8 listed, done tonight. Let's go. What's up, Leticia? Welcome in. T-shirts, linen shorts, button downs. I wish I found the button downs. All they had at mine was the T-shirts. So, great yellow tag shopping today. 600 in yellow. Let's go. Let's go. We didn't do the full drive this time. We usually hit around like 25 to 30 stores. But that's because we didn't find too much around our area. We pretty much scope out our area, see how good it is, and then we make a determination from that if we're going to drive elsewhere to go find more yellow tags. There's still like 1 or 2 stores in my area I haven't hit, so I might go out there tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually tax-free here in Florida, so we're going to pair up tax-free with the yellow tags to get some deals. But it was a good year. We got a good amount of stuff. Got enough to make it work. Do you think it helps to fill in every detail when listing on eBay, like material, occasion, all that? It can, but to be honest, I just fill out the required, obviously, because you have to, and then I let Nifty fill out all the other recommended. Whatever it doesn't fill out, I don't care about. I don't think it really matters too much. It does help a little bit in search, but who really searches for occasion when they're looking for items on eBay? I don't think that's one that they really look for. How do you figure out shipping on WT? Do you mean Whatnot, Jennifer? How do you figure out shipping on Whatnot? But shipping on Whatnot's super easy. Just set in your weight and dimensions, or set in your weight of your item, and basically you just ship it whenever you're done with your show. So if something weighs 11 ounces, you put in 11 ounces. If it weighs 1 pound, you put in 1 pound. As soon as you're done shipping, or as soon as you're done selling the item, you just ship it. You just press print label and you slap it on a box. Have you chatted with Nifty about getting the title in a better order, brand, item? So I know a lot of people have said they want the titles to be different on Nifty. She did mention that she might make a setting within Nifty to make you be able to determine how you want your title structure. But to be honest, if it says men's medium in the beginning or men's medium at the end, it does the same exact thing for the algorithm. It's not like if you put men's medium in the beginning of the title or in the middle of the title and not at the end, you're going to get better search results. As long as your item if your keywords are mixed up in whatever order, it's still going to pull up in search results. That's how eBay search works. So it doesn't really matter too much, and I don't think that's like number 1 on her chopping block to get done. But she has mentioned that she wants to make a setting to where you can determine what you want in your title for the AI, but I don't know when that's exactly coming. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. A lot of my recent sales have been coming from Nifty, and I noticed sometimes Nifty puts the size in the middle of the title, the beginning of the title, and the end of the title. I'm making sales no matter where the size is in the title. So yeah, I know some people have it picky, like they want their titles certain ways because it matches within their entire store, and I get it, but I don't think that's something that's first that needs to be done. I think something like Whatnot needs to be done before like title structure's done, because if she keeps doing all these little tweaks, she'll never get to the big tweaks. So I've been watching you since TikTok Live days. Appreciate you watching. I wish I can go on TikTok Live, but they banned me. After watching your video today, I went to TJ Maxx and found 5 Lily Pulitzer dresses for $22, 6 Ralph Lauren shirts, and put back as they had damages. Always check for damages. Always check for damages. That's awesome that you found Lily. If you watch that video from today, make sure you go watch it. We had a Lily Pulitzer restock, and when we talked to the lady at the store, there was a manager at the front, and she saw us like checking out all the Lily Pulitzer, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy you found the Lily Pulitzer. We just literally just stocked those." And we're like, "Yeah." We made up some story. We're like, "We love Lily Pulitzer. My wife's friends love them, and we give them to them and for Christmas gifts and stuff." Just make up something stupid, right? And then she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you have any more?" She's like, she mentioned that they had just marked them down from the back, and I was like, "Wait." From the back, and she's like, "Yeah, we get pallets in." I was like, "Well, do you have any more?" And she's like, "We might get some more over the next couple days. There's like 7 pallets of clothing back there we haven't even touched." So it might be smart to hit those stores again because they might be restocking over the next couple days because they might have just got big shipments of stuff that's supposed to go yellow tag. So might be worth it to stop back in and see. Also worth it to go in like a week and a half when they do the second round of markdowns because the yellow tags will get marked down one more time before they get thrown out. So if some of the stuff was a little too pricey, you can go back in and hopefully it'll be dropped in price for you. You can buy it at that point in time. Writing cases anywhere from 20 to 40 pages. Oh, that's miserable. Carolyn, you need AI. You need AI to write all that for you. Oh, that would be miserable. My sister goes every day to TJ and Marshalls and forgets to look for me. She lives there. Ouch. Call your sister up right now. Just tell her she needs to go back. She needs to go back. All polo for me. Best Whatnot show ever tonight. 62, almost 1K in sales. Good guy flips. This guy, he doesn't have social media following like a huge one, right? He has a YouTube channel, but he doesn't put out videos consistently. He doesn't have a huge follower base. He sold 62 items tonight for $1,000. When you guys say that, I tried Whatnot and it didn't work for me, and only works for people with huge followings, I point to people just like this that say they sold 62 items, 1K in sales tonight, had their best show ever. You know why? Because he's consistent. That's the only reason why he's doing better and better after every show. Good guy flips. Make sure you guys follow him over on Whatnot. Same exact name on Whatnot. He runs a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren. I saw you tag me in your live. I should have came in, but I was kind of chilling, laying in bed before the live tonight. But yeah, he runs good Polo Ralph Lauren, big and tall sizes. All the stuff that we run, he runs. Does really good. So you don't need a social media following. This is the proof right here. You just got to be consistent. Tax-free in Virginia too, yeah. Tax-free holiday starts tomorrow, and here it's a month. I don't know about in Virginia. Is it a month in Virginia? They just upped it from 1 week to a month here. They also have a lot of other tax-free weeks. Like you can buy a gun now tax-free for like a month. All kinds of stuff. So house update for today. We got another showing on Saturday. That's an update today. No offers. I don't know about this house. I don't think it'll ever sell, to be honest. I kind of want to go buy another house, but then I don't want to go buy another house and not have this house sell because I don't want to pay 2 different mortgages. And now that we're in contract, we can't really dump the contract to rent this house because if that's the case, I could just rent this house. That's what I'm thinking of now because people want to rent houses. They just don't want to buy them because of the mortgage rates. So, but I'll get started tomorrow. I pinky swear. That's okay. That's okay. You can get started tomorrow. You can get started tomorrow. That's fine. That'd be great if she does. Not just about search. I personally hate it when I'm scrolling through eBay and I can't see the size. Yeah, I get it. I 100% get it. She mentioned it last time we spoke, so hopefully she sets that up in the settings. She's supposed to be making an announcement hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to message her after this live today and see if the announcement that I know about is supposed to still come out tomorrow. You know if Nifty will have cross-listing to Whatnot too? She's working on it. She knows that people want it. The only issue is Whatnot. There's a lot of back and forth. There's one specific cross lister that is the only one that currently has Whatnot, and they're holding on to that as tight as they can because that's their only pitch they currently have. And the other cross listers, there's lots of them that are trying to get access, and Whatnot has to give them access to their like background, like all the coding and all that stuff to be able to build the cross lister easier. So she's trying her best. But yeah, there's lots of politics with that, I guess I could say. Best show on Whatnot ever. Oh, I already got you. I got you. Awesome job. Awesome job. Literally skip right over. Did I? No, I didn't. I put you on the screen. You said no. You read Good Guy Flips comment, but Good Guy Flips put that comment above too. See, he's up here, right there, and then he's also right there, Amy, and then you're right here, Amy. Had crazy piece of polo, missed it. Awesome. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love what you're running too. You're not running junk. You're running good stuff, and that's why you keep getting better and better results. And I think that's another reason why some people fail too, is because they bring their worst of their worst and not the best of the best, because they're too scared to put that effort in and maybe lose a little bit of money in the beginning, knowing that in the end they're going to grow into something big. And I think you're growing into something big, so I like that. Keep the home and rent it out. Yeah. Well, we're in contract now with the realtor, so who's my sister. I could get out of if I really wanted to, but I kind of want to make her money too. I just want to sell this house, to be honest. I don't want to keep this house. So way above that, but okay. Oh, my bad. My bad, Amy. My bad, Amy. Oh, you misspelled. That's all good. All right. Let's take some photos. I don't really know what I have piled up over there. I have a bunch of just random stuff piled up. I'm missing I don't know what she did with the tool. Kayla was taking photos earlier. Oh, there it is. The buttoning tool. All right, let me turn this on. It's going to get a little bright in here. And let me make sure this camera is set up correctly. And then we're going to take some photos. There we go. All right, we're good. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Feel free to ask questions. I will answer them when I come back over to the computer. Just hang out, see the listing process, see how we take photos. That's what this is all about. This is all stuff that I purchased from a bulk buy this week. Same stuff that I kind of quick sold the week before. We didn't have time to do a whatnot show this week, midweek. So I'm just going to list all this stuff to eBay and get all this stuff listed. Lots of good pieces in here. This right here is a Polo Ralph Lauren performance shirt, long sleeve, and it has that performance tag underneath, which is a good one. These shirts usually sell for like right around $27.99 for me. My bulk buy cost on this bulk buy was somewhere around $7 a unit. I got lots of good heavy hitters in here, and then some bread and butter pieces like this. But every week on Tuesday, I meet up with a guy and we do a bulk buy. He goes out and sources throughout the week, and then I basically buy what he buys from thrift stores. It's a little relationship we established, and now it saves me from having to go to thrift stores every week. I'm able to pick up couple, sometimes up to a couple hundred items off of him every week, and that saves me from having to go out and grab those items at the thrift store. So he also gets discounts too. He's an older gentleman, so he gets like I think he might get military discounts, and he also gets senior discounts too from certain stores in my area that I don't really get because I'm not old like Surfs, who's in the chat. Surfs, aren't you sick? Guys, you know Surfs has a man cold today. He texted me and he said, I'm so sick. He wanted my sympathy, and I just called him the B word. That's our average text message conversation, by the way, chat. If only you guys could read what we say to each other in texts. You guys would think we hate each other. We got that locker room talk. All right. Close-up photo is going to be that. Nice little cover photo. I'm going to take a tag photo of the pony, inside tag photo, and then pit to pit measurement down here. That's what I do in the bottom of the light box. This pit to pit, I got to kind of slide it over. I always forget to take it over on this corner because my ruler doesn't fit in here. Pit to pit, right there. And then, oh, where's mine? There it is. Kayla moved all my stuff around today. She did 20 listings today, so these are just extra credit for us today. We got a lot of work done today. We did a bunch of listings, put out a YouTube video. I answered a bunch of comments today. I went back and answered a bunch of old comments because it's really hard for me to answer those comments. Whoops. Get back to everybody. Let me show you guys. Top to bottom. You guys will see what the photos look like in just a minute when I load these into Nifty, and then I'll show it to you on my computer. Oh, I gotta do my top to bottom. Top to bottom. And then back photo. And then we're done. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. What is he saying in the chat? Just don't listen to him. Just don't listen to him. New tag, Ralph Lauren, new tag, Holderness and Bourne, Roback, Marine Layer, new tag, Cricket, loaded. Let's go. Let's go. Putting in some good stuff. That's why you're getting good results. So you're putting in good stuff in your shows. Perfect timing. He just turned away. Let's roast him. Oh gosh. I gotta put this up too. You two. Tag team effort there. Do you have an issue with photograph blues turned yellowish? Not in the light box, no. I used to have it on the flat lay setup, but when I take them in this light box, I don't really have that issue. Gosh. I'm just ignoring all your comments. Look at you two. Feel better surfs, YouTube. Won't be the same without the best resellers on live. No, it will be. It will be nice and quiet. You won't see a stupid smile over the next couple days. He'll be having his man cold. Aw, thanks, Amy D. With mom not working for you, for you guys anymore, you still take pics of a bunch of stuff, then list? Yes. That's kind of what we try to do. We take a batch day. Kayla's doing pretty much 20 per day whenever we're not shopping all day. The only thing we miss is obviously on a day like Tuesday, Wednesday this week when we were out sourcing because we had a TJ Maxx Marshalls event. Usually mom would have been photographing that whole time. So she would have been at home doing her 30-ish every single day, and we're missing out on that. And I also wish we were using Nifty for the AI lister before mom left too, because I think we probably could have got up close to 50 items per day if she just had to take photos all day, especially if we had a light box like this in the house. There's a couple things that I wish we would have had because, man, we would have got through so much more stuff. I would have been able to buy so much more stuff every month if we were using Nifty AI tool and had this light box in here so she wasn't out in the garage like sweating because it got really hot out there to where she'd have to like take breaks. So I wish we had that set up, but hopefully when we move, we might be able to get a setup to where we might be able to hire somebody else. We have a couple people in mind. Also, my kids are getting of the age to start listing and starting getting paid and things like that. They're getting more interested in it. So yeah, that's another thing we're looking forward to. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren Harrington jacket right here that we're going to take photos of next. Little Harrington piece. I wish this camera was easier to adjust. You have to like turn the little knob. It's kind of annoying. All right, I gotta make this jacket look pretty down here for the close-up. Throw it right here on the bottom. Really nice Harrington jacket. It's got your pony logo on the front. You got your plaid interior. Has all the sleeve buttons. It's super nice. Super nice. All right. Take a cover shot of this one. One thing too is if you touch the back of the screen where it's white, it really adjusts the lighting too. A lot of people don't use that little tip too often, but like when I'm taking a photo of this, it is kind of like yellowed out. But if I touch the white background and it'll adjust the colors to where it actually looks the real authentic blue that it is. All right, pit to pit. 26 inches. I don't have to take a fabric tag photo with this because the fabric is already listed underneath the size tag. So then all I have to do is throw this on here and take a full front and a full back in my top to bottom measurement. Here's a little fluff on the front. That's what it looks like. Boom. Top to bottom. I'm getting a little bit faster, as you guys can see from the first day I did this till now. I got my little routine down taking photos. So I'm going to take these photos. I am going to throw this through the wash. So I'll list it and wash it tonight. There's just a couple little spots on this one that I want to get out. So I'll just toss this over here and I'll throw it in the wash tonight. It'll be done by tomorrow morning. Love Nifty AI tool so fast to list now. Yes, there's always, like I said, I say this all the time because people will get recommended the AI tool and they'll think it's going to be perfect. There's always little errors within the AI tool. For example, when I put in measurements, it's usually off by like an inch or a half inch. So always go through and verify all the information correct. But even if you have to adjust the measurement from 24 inches to 24 and a half inches, that still saves you so much more time than having to write out the whole description. So I love using the AI tools. I wish I would have used them when Mom was working for us, because she could have really benefited from that, getting a bunch listed for us. Let's go back to the camera view. We're getting some listings done fast tonight, chat. We're going to get our 5 done fast. All right, this is just a Ralph Lauren Blake shirt. I don't know if it's going to focus. Probably not. There it goes. Ralph Lauren Blake shirt, just a simple green plaid. Nothing crazy about this shirt. $22.99 plus ship. I usually pay like right around $6 for these in the bulk buy. He gets them for like $3 or $4. I think he grabs these from Salvation Army, and he has a little deal with one of the workers with Salvation Army. They throw him a little discount. So he grabs all like the cheaper pieces like this and gets a pretty good price on them. And then I come through and buy them for a couple bucks more. All right. You know what's crazy is I haven't been to Red, White, and Blue in 2 weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks since I've been to a Red, White, and Blue store. That's pretty crazy. I just haven't had to. Blake 100% cotton. Cool. Slide this over a little bit to get my pit to pit, or my chest measurement, as some people say. Okay. And where did I put that hanger? There it is right there. Easy peasy. Love this flat lay hanger. Somebody asked earlier, like, what's the reasoning for the flat lay hanger? And it's that. Makes your shirt look really nice when it's being hung up. Like it's almost laying flat. It doesn't exactly look flat, but it looks, the shoulders look wider, which makes your photos look better. So that's why use a flat lay hanger. Trisha doesn't have any more available yet, but as soon as she does, I'll let you guys know. I forgot to message her earlier about that. Need to message her and see when she's going to get more in, when her hubby's going to make some more. All right, that shirt's done. What do we got? What's that on your hat? My first time tuning in. This just says Florida on the hat. It's a Bad Birdie hat. Oh, this on my hat, this is a mic. It's a mic. So that way you can hear me nice and clear when I'm walking around the room. I got it's a DJI mic. It's in my link tree if anybody wants to buy one. They're really good. But yeah, it's hooked up to my computer, so when I'm walking around the room, you'll be able to hear me nice and clear. How does the postal shipping increase change your flat rate? I feel like I'm going $1.25 or something. So I have all my shirts like this. They're being charged $7 flat rate shipping. Anything that's right around £1 to £2, I have set to £10 or $10 flat rate shipping. Most of that goes Ground Advantage, and then anything over £2 or more gets charged $12 flat rate shipping. That's how I've set mine up. You can adjust yours. I've heard other people, like I was listening to Pure Hustle podcast earlier today. Orlando does $4 flat rate shipping, and he says he loses money on his shipping, but he charges a little bit more on the item, so it like kind of evens out, so people feel like they're getting a good deal on shipping. So feel free to just play with it and see what you want to do. I feel like $7 is like a nice, like sweet spot, because on shirts like this, people in Cali were being charged like $12 for shipping, which is absolutely astronomically wild that a shirt should be charged $12 for shipping. So moving it to a flat rate shipping and charging them, and then I'm only charged like $6 in shipping on that shirt. So they save a little bit of money. I still make a little bit on shipping. It's a win-win for everybody. So Nice Hat Pickers, yeah, that was all from meeting them in the thrift stores. No social media. He didn't know me from socials. Didn't even know who I was. He just met me in the thrift store, and we built a relationship. So anybody can do what we did when it comes to people buying stuff locally for you. If you have a Goodwill bins in your area, it's probably one of the best opportunities to go into the bins. People are buying items all day there for super cheap. You can hand out a business card and say, hey, I'm looking for Polo Ralph Lauren long sleeve button down shirts in good condition with no stains, no flaws. So if you find any of those, they're paying like $1 for those at the thrift store. Say, I'll pay you $5 a piece for those. I'll come every Wednesday, grab as much as you can throughout the week, and I'll cash you out every week. You can literally build a relationship with 3 or 4 pickers inside of one building if you do it that way. So have you tried Vendoo? If so, how do you compare it to Nifty? I do. I actually have Vendoo's link in my bio because they're the only ones that are able to cross list to Whatnot. So it's the only reason I use Vendoo. In my opinion, I used both services. I have access to both services. My opinion, Nifty is far superior than Vendoo in like almost every single space, except for the fact can't cross list to Whatnot yet on Nifty. Vendoo is a good service, but one of the things that they don't like advertise because it would hurt them is the fact that a lot of the automation tools only work if you have a device running. Nifty is completely opposite. For auto sales detection with Vendoo, you have to have a device running. It doesn't go through the cloud. So you have to have either your phone app running or you have to have it on your computer. So that means if you sell something on eBay and you don't have either one of those devices running, that item will still remain active on Vendoo because they don't use cloud to do any of their services. They use the web to take care of all that. So that's one sell point. Also, Vendoo has a lot of issues with the multi-quantity listings being delisted. So even if you have it hooked up, if you have a quantity of 3 on eBay, obviously you can only have a quantity of 1 on Mercari for that item. There's an issue with that, right? If you sell it over on Mercari, it doesn't delist 1 off of eBay for you. It still leaves 3 up on eBay, so you still have to go in and edit that. Whereas Nifty, you don't have to do that. In my opinion, the only benefit Vendoo has over Nifty is the automation tool. A lot of people that are coming over from Vendoo are letting people know like how easy it is to use Nifty compared to Vendoo. So if you used Vendoo before in the chat, let everybody know. If you use Nifty now, let everybody know how nice it is. Found rain spooner today. Let's go. Love finding rain spooner, especially the rain spooner college or NFL or MLB shirts. Those are really good. Have you seen wider pants hangers? I have some 4X pants. I haven't. I just use this for my pants. I get what you're saying. Like if you have a big pair of pants, like the sides droop because they're like all the way out here. But this is all I use for my pants. I don't have a wider pant hanger recommendation. I'm sure you could probably find one though. I'm sure you could find one. This week someone asked me to lower my shipping price for an item. I said I would give a discount on the item instead. Why would they ask for a shipping discount? Because they're probably getting charged, like I said, like $11, $12 for shipping. Whereas just a few weeks ago / months ago, they were charged a lot less because the post office just upped their rates. So that's probably why they're asking a discount on shipping, because they're probably getting charged an arm and a leg for it because you're charging those retail rates. Oh, you found a UCLA one? Easy money. UCLA, anytime you can find a rain spooner like MLB, NFL, NCAA collab, such easy money. That's a good little find for you right there. Good little find. I know this is a little blurry. It'll unblur itself when I get over there. Let's grab the next item. This is a good one. This is a men's Psycho Bunny. I gotta get a new webcam as soon as we move and I set this up. Truly set this up. I'll get a new webcam. Why is this not focusing? There it is. Psycho Bunny. Men's Psycho Bunny long sleeve shirt. Good brand to look out for. Grab this also from that bulk buy. Just got to button her up. Button her up. This thing looks to be in great condition. One thing about these bulk buys too is I try to condition check the best I can, but there are some times where I get the items home and I realize there's a stain somewhere that I missed. The good thing is I built a good enough relationship with this guy that I do bulk buys with that if I ever find stains or flaws, he knows I don't really sell items with stains or flaws, so he always takes them back. He just tells me to bring them back to him, and then I think he just takes them to like Play-Doh's or something like that. He tries to clean them. The stains don't come out. He usually just takes them to Play-Doh's and they take them from him. All right, that one is nice and pretty. Throw that right there. I like to make the collar stand up a little bit, and the key to this photo is to make sure I get the logo in the photo, but make sure it's close enough to where it's not like too far back. That way it's a little artsy of a photo. Take a quick photo of that. Then I'm going to slide this down. Got my routine down with these. Nice, quick, and easy photos. Okay. And then take this. Throw this on the hanger. Toss it up there. Bring this up there so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Looks good enough to me. That right arm could be a little bit nicer, but yeah, who cares? Okay. Okay. And flip her over. And last photo. Easy peasy. That one's done. Oh, it's on Poshmark? Yeah, you can't really change the shipping price. Oh, shipping price on Poshmark, you can change the shipping price. You can offer them a shipping discount. That's probably what they were doing because they're asking you for a shipping discount. You could offer them a shipping discount. Just know when you offer them a shipping discount, that comes out of your cut from Poshmark. So yeah, that's why I never offer shipping discounts when it comes to Poshmark. They're basically just trying to nickel and dime you on that sale. So I sold an Alabama rain spooner 2XL and whatnot. Gosh, that's such a good item. Alabama rain spooner. Hopefully you didn't sell it too cheap because Alabama, strong team every year. That's a good shirt, good rain spooner. Well, they set a limit eventually with the USPS increases. I mean, how much can you go up? Hopefully. I will say UPS has some good ground shipping now, and I think UPS will eventually become a really good competitor to them. All they need is you need more competition within the space. Ground advantage, the lighter packages, UPS really doesn't want those. They want the heavier packages because that's where they make the most of the money on. But eventually, if they see that opening, they might try to take that away from USPS. You just need competition within the space. Right now, USPS pretty much holds a majority stake in the lighter weight packages. And again, the reason why other companies don't want to take those is because you don't make as much margin on those. So it doesn't make sense for them. It does make sense for the post office because they have to deliver to every single door legally within the United States. They have to. No matter where you are in the United States, if you're a U.S. citizen, you get delivery to your door. In most cases, there are some cases where you're so far out they just can't get to you in the middle of nowhere, like your house in the middle of nowhere. But if you guys didn't know, there's houses literally in the middle of like a lake. I forget where it is, but there's a house in the middle of a lake, and every day the USPS puts the packages in the mail inside of a boat and drives out to the lake on a boat, delivers the person's mail, and then comes back. That's like the person's route is actually getting in a boat and delivering mail to that specific house. So yeah, they try to deliver every single place. So that's why it works for the post office. But that's also why the post office loses a lot of money every year because they're delivering to these places that take all this extra time and all this extra energy to get to and all this extra money to get to not make much money on those deliveries. So where do you get the wooden hanger? Tricia Smith makes the hanger. She doesn't have any available. As soon as she has some available, I post it to my Facebook and my Instagram. She lists them on our List It platform, and they usually sell out within 24 hours. So next time she gets some, I will let you guys know. I meant to text her today, but I forgot. But I will text her, probably not today now because it's kind of late. I'll text her tomorrow morning and see if she has had any plans on making some more. What's up, Frenchie? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, let's do one more photo, and then we'll load these into Nifty. One more photo sesh. We'll load these into Nifty. Appreciate all the questions coming in. Feel free to ask questions if you got anything on your mind. Feel free to ask. It's a good time. Chat's a little slower tonight, so good time to ask your questions. It's going to slide in like that. Just got to button up these shirts. It's just a men's Vineyard Vines multicolored plaid shirt. It's a really good plaid pattern, really loud Vinny Vine shirt. These usually fetch anywhere between 22 to 25 plus shipping. I'll probably list this one around 25 because it does have a really good pattern to it. It's got the whale logo right on chest. It's a nice piece. Get all these buttons buttoned up. Only thing is, it was a little wrinkly. It was underneath that big Harrington jacket, so I think I got it to where it looks a little less wrinkly for the photos. What size is this? This is small. It's extra small. Never mind. I'm gonna list it for $22.99 plus ship. This is one of the ones I got for $5 because it was a super small size. This is a good, like, not men's shirt, but somebody will buy this for their young man. All right, that has the size on it. Slide this over. Take my chest measurement here because it's a lot easier to get an accurate chest measurement when it's laying flat, and then my top to bottom is a lot easier to get when it's hanging up. So that's why I do these that way. I know it goes out of focus for a second, but just give it 2 seconds and it'll go back in focus when I hang the shirt up. This is an extra small shirt, so the shoulders are probably going to look super wide with this flat lay hanger. Yeah, it does look a little wide, but that's okay. Get the gist. They'll get the gist on what it's supposed to look like. All right, it's nice. Snap that photo. Snap that photo. And snap this photo. Done. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Ooh, we got lots of people in the chat. I was thinking about a way to make a makeshift hanger for now. I have a video. It's super old over on TikTok on how to make a flat lay hanger out of cardboard. I should probably repost that video for those of you who want to make a flat lay hanger in the meantime, but I have a whole video on how to do it. You just literally, you take a regular hanger right here. Your regular hanger will sit like this. You cut out the bottom, and then you take a piece of cardboard and you measure out where you want the cardboard to be, and then you just take the end of the hanger. So the hanger would usually, I don't have a hanger around here, do I? Here, I got it. Kind of show you what I'm talking about. All right, so you have a hanger like this, right? What you're going to do is you are going to cut the bottom right here because you don't want that showing, because you want to be able to show your tag if you ever want to take a picture of the tag. So you don't need this here at all. And then what you're going to do is you're going to measure, or you're going to trace this part on a piece of cardboard. So like from here to here, you're going to trace on a piece of cardboard. And then basically what you're going to do with that piece is we're going to cut it out. So you'll trace just one side and then flip that over and then mirror that same image. So you'll have two of the exact same for both sides. And then you'll just attach it down here on the bottom and you'll tape it on the bottom right here. So it'll keep the same angle going all the way down, except it'll end about right here and then it'll loop down here. So that's basically what it'll look like. So just trace this part right here and then add it on right here. And that'll be your makeshift hanger. They are pretty flimsy. So what I would do is take tape and tape them up multiple times. But the reason why Trisha actually makes her hanger that she makes now is because she saw that video on TikTok. And then she told her husband, she's like, hey, I've been following this K-Way guy. He made this makeshift hanger. Can you make one out of wood? And then he created the hanger that I use. And then she said, hey, I got this hanger. Would you like it? Because I made it from your video. And I was like, sure. And she's like, I'll just give it to you for free. And I was like, no, I insist. I'll pay you something for it because you have to ship it to me and it probably costs you some money to make the hanger. So she tried to give it to me for free, but then I ended up PayPaling her some money anyway for it. But then she created this. So basically this is just one of these. But like I'm saying, you line this up like this. And then what you'll do is you'll trace this portion right here. And then you'll just add it right here. And it'll end with just a piece of cardboard. Super easy to do. Take you like 10 minutes to do that and figure it out. It's very, very easy. And then you'll have a makeshift hanger until Trisha creates hers. What size is the light box? 55 by 47 by 20 inches. They're not available right now on Amazon. They're sold out. Unfortunately, I kind of posted about them and a lot of you wanted them, so you sold them out. They'll be available again, they said, around August 20th. They have a huge shipment coming over from China. All these light boxes will be in stock again around the 20th. They do have another size available right now, but it's a huge size. So if you want this exact size that I use, you got to wait till the 20th to buy it. You can actually order it right now on Amazon, but the shipping says 1 to 2 months. So you're going to be stuck waiting. My close TJ Maxx was just now getting started on the yellow tags. Kind of a bummer. If you ever see them marking down yellow tags, actually, two things. Most likely, the yellow tags have already been marked down. They're actually marking down red tags right now. So they just finished marking down yellow tags, and we thought they were still marking down yellow tags too. But Kayla went up and walked up to an employee and asked them to mark down a red tag, and they're like, no, I just marked that down. So they are already starting to mark down red tags. Not everything's going to be yellow tags again, but they will start marking those yellow tags down again next week. So those red tag items might go yellow tag. But what you probably saw is they were marking down red tags most likely. I watched your spreadsheet video that you recommended a few days ago. It was very helpful. Thanks. Let's go. Awesome. You got that free reseller spreadsheet. Do you add an original price to your Poshmark listing? I don't. I don't add an original price. I think I have it set to add for Nifty. I think Nifty puts in 0, I believe, for my original price. But I don't do original price. When I was a kid growing up in the 60s, I had a senior aunt who had button-up shoes that was made simple by using a button lock. I believe she was born in 1986. Your button fastener reminds me so much of the button lock. Nice. Yeah, this thing saves your fingers. That little buttoning tool. I love that little buttoning tool. Even though I get made fun of for using it, I love it. Take a photo of the inside lower tag. No, the reason I didn't take it on that, Frenchie, on that specific shirt, was because the only reason you would take that photo, you could do it for the style, but Vineyard Vines doesn't really, you're not really looking up the style of these. I'm only taking that to get the cotton. So this one already says 100% cotton on that tag. So there's no need to take a photo of the fabric tag to show them that's 100% cotton if it already says it on the top tag. Just saves you from having to take an extra photo. So more pics are better. What's up, Aaron? Welcome in. I use extra wide hangers and they work fine. Yep, extra wide hangers would work fine too. I don't know where you would get them that are this size, but if you can find them that are the same size, they will work. Can you put a hanger together for us? No. I don't want to use that. I use that hanger. Amy probably remembers when I used to do TikTok lives and I used to use that little hanger. Use it all the time. Is that a hanger just for men's shirts? We use it for men's and women's, but it works better with men's because obviously men's shirts are usually a little bit bigger. Just spent a chunk of change at TJ Maxx. Let's go. Love to hear it. Love it. Love it. I just purchased 10 Christian Dior ties and started cross-listing them. Last night, Mercari immediately removed it for inauthentic. Yeah, Mercari's bad about that. You have to send them in proof that you purchased it. Same as Depop too. Basically, I wouldn't list them there. I would just keep them listed to eBay and Poshmark and not put them on Mercari or Depop. That would be my solution for you because they're really weird about certain brands, and Christian Dior is one of those brands. I have a few estate sale videos coming up. They're amazing. Let's go. Dora, I like it. I like it. Yeah, the dog, she wants to go out is what she wants to do. All right, let's load up these photos into Nifty. I guess sneeze. My bad, chat. All right, let's load these photos up into Nifty really quick. And I'll show you guys, for those who haven't seen this process, this is basically what I do when I get done taking photos, is I head over to Nifty on my phone. No drafts, as you can see. No drafts yet. And I am going to do a bulk upload of listings from the photos that we just took. So I know it's hard to see on the computer screen, but you'll see it on my main screen in just a second. Nifty now reads 8 photos. So for those of you who are mixing around your photos to make sure they got the 5 best, now Nifty reads 8 photos. So there's no real need to do that anymore as long as you take 8 photos of your item. So I took 2, 4, 6. I took exactly 8 on this listing. So I'll just put them in the exact order that I want the listing to be in. And then I'll hit add. So it's adding those photos into Nifty right now. All I have to do is select the gender, which is men's. As you can see right there, it says men's. The photos are generating, and then I'll go to hit add my next item. So I'm on my second item now, item number 2. Adding item number 2 in, which would be that Harrington jacket. Harrington jacket is loaded in. Boom, it's being loaded into Nifty. And I'll add my next item in. I'll do these next few really quick for you guys so you guys aren't bored waiting for me to do this. Next item is being loaded in. This is all done through the cloud too, so whatever I'm doing on here is also doing it on the computer as well. Psycho Bunny shirt is next. Adding the Psycho Bunny shirt in. And last but not least, I am going to add that Vineyard Vine shirt that I just took photos of. All right, they're all loaded in. And then for this one, I'm just going to select men's. And as soon as that little button down there turns purple, that means I'm ready to generate my listings. So I'll hit generate listings. They're being generated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys over to Nifty. And as you can see, those are actually just got brought in. I didn't even have to refresh the page. Vineyard Vine shirt, Ralph Lauren shirt are already loaded in. Now I'm just waiting for these next two to be loaded in. Not have to wait 10 years for these listings to be done. It's all done fairly quickly. There's the last one that needs to be done right there. And it should be done any second now. And as this one's loading right now, I could go in and start editing this listing, but I want to leave it live so you guys can see it actually go live. Appreciate all the bless yous in the chat. There's a town we grew up, and to this day, they have a general delivery in that town. You have to go pick it up your mail. The post office kind of, yeah. There are certain random places like that they'll make actually go pick up your mail. All right, all these photos are in order. Like I said, it reads the first 8 images now, so you don't have to worry too much about your imaging. Again, read the title. Make sure the title's up to your liking. The only word I see that it's missing in this is a green plaid shirt. It does have the word green in there, most likely, but I'm just going to add it to the title. It's not technically needed, but I do like the fact that I can add green in right there. And I would usually write out large, but I don't have enough space to write out large. Now with the measurements, see, sometimes it adds a sleeve measurement in here, even though I didn't take a sleeve measurement. So I'm going to take that out. Oh, sleeve length, it just says long sleeve. Okay, I'll leave that in, never mind. Pit to pit, says about 26 inches. That's correct. So I'll leave that alone. I'm going to take out that little about sign though. I don't really want that in there. And then top to bottom, 32. It probably read a bigger number, didn't it? Yeah, it's read 34. So basically it's reading this down here because that's where my back ends, but really I'm going to leave it at 32 because that's where my front ends. I always like to take the measurement of the front, not the back of the shirt. Because if you take the measurement of the back of the shirt, sometimes people are measuring the front of the shirt, and I think it's too long when they get it. So I always like the longest point to be in my measurements. Okay, everything else is good. Now we're going to put in our price, $22.99 plus ship. Ground Advantage, that's what I'm going to ship this as. Everything else looks good. Men's, no best offer because I don't want anything lower than that. One thing I'm noticing, I don't know if it's my shipping settings that I messed up, but it's not putting in my Mercari shipping whenever I click my shipping up here. I'll have to reach out to Nifty and see if I did something wrong, or maybe it's something in their back end that they can fix. But yeah, the shipping policy hasn't been coming in the last couple of days. But again, that's just one click to add. It's not like that big of a deal. Everything else looks good. So this item is ready to list. So I'll just hit ready to list. Go back. As you can see, the Psycho Bunny is loaded now. So we'll just keep going through and editing these listings. All that's in order correctly, so I don't have to worry about changing that anymore. Oh, I forgot to put my pit-to-pit measurement in here. Oh well, I won't do a pit-to-pit, I guess, on this. 27 inches, that's correct. So as you can see, it puts the length into the description. It's getting better and better every day. I think she's working on the AI every day to really read these measurements to make sure they're accurate. As you can see, that one's accurate. What do Harrington jackets sell for nowadays? I didn't look up any pricing on this. I'm just going to put $39.99. I'm probably going to edit that later. This is a jacket, so it's going to go 10 pounds, and 10 pounds ground instead of the $10 ground. Sorry. This is a men's item. Everything else is correct. I'm going to leave best offer on because it's a higher priced item. And then this is going to go, oh, this is actually going to go UPS ground saver because it's going to save the buyer a little bit of money if they do ground saver. Everything else is correct. So I'll just hit ready to list. Go back. Basically, that's the process I do. Now, if I wanted to schedule out both of these listings, because these will be scheduled out tomorrow, I'm going to hit publish, and then I'm going to hit publish at a later date, and then I'll be able to choose the date that I want these to be published. I'm going to publish these tomorrow first at 10 a.m. So now I don't have to worry about these. These will automatically be posted to eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop at 10 a.m. Without me having to come back to the computer, and they will let me know that these are scheduled, ready to go for tomorrow. And then I'll just finish up the last 3 off live, and that's the process that I use to list my items now with AI. Again, always verify your listings are correct. Don't just trust the AI. You really have to just take a second to go through and just make sure your listings are right. Once you do it a couple times, you really know exactly what you're looking for the issues you're looking for. How many gigs your iPhone on your iPhone? Mine has 1 terabyte. I have 1 terabyte on my iPhone. Mine was the expensive one. I went and bought this in cash. The person that I bought it from at the store thought I was wild. They're like, "You're buying that in cash?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to have a loan out on my phone." And they're like, "Well, that's kind of weird." He's like, "You get 0% interest." I was like, "Yeah, I just want to pay it off. I don't want to. If 0%, I could pay it off right now. It doesn't matter." And he's like, "Yeah, I've never had anybody come in and just buy a phone outright with cash." But I love this phone. The 1 terabyte. If you take videos and stuff, or you have lots of photos, I have so many videos on this phone right now. So many, so many. And I still have tons of room. So I highly suggest going with the highest memory you can possibly get. It doesn't slow down your phone at all, too. I don't have space issues, so my phone always runs fast. I also found a really pretty pink new tag Callaway golf shirt. Nice. Callaway sells really well. If you get the right sizes, they sell really, really well. What would you say the best men's items to get at TJ Maxx sale was? It really depends. The different stores had different items. I found one store with a bunch of big and tall Ralph Lauren. Another store had like those Todd Snyder men's shirts. Another store had a bunch of Lily Pulitzer, which isn't really men's items. Another store had a bunch of, like you saw in the video, had a bunch of Tommy Bahama, like good pattern polos and short sleeves. The day before, I went to another TJ Maxx, and there was another store with a bunch of Hawaiian Tommy Bahama shirts. So it just depends on the store. There's lots of little bolos. When you go to different stores, you'll notice different inventory at all the different stores. So it's not just one thing everybody's going and looking for. It's a lot of stuff. Somebody told me today they found a Brunello Cucinelli pants at TJ Maxx for $100. They didn't buy them because they were a little too much for them. But that's something that I would probably have bought because those are like $200 to $250 pants. So you spend $100 to make $100. I do that all day, every day. Do you set up shipping policies in Nifty? You set up shipping policies within eBay, and then Nifty uses those shipping policies from eBay to create your policies within Nifty. What was the weight? What weight is cheaper to do USPS ground saver? Anything over a pound, between 1 to 2 pounds on Mercari, use the USPS or UPS ground saver. It's not USPS, it's UPS ground saver. And basically what that is you start shipping it with UPS, and then the post office will pick up that package and deliver that package for you. And it is usually, like I just showed, it's like $3 cheaper for the buyer if you use that. It only ends up being $8 instead of like $11.99. So it's like almost $4 cheaper. No, so the $10 flat rate, when I'm doing that, let me go into this listing really quick. It's a policy within Nifty. Hold on, actually, I'll show you my policy within Nifty. It'll be better to show this instead of that. This is a Nifty policy. Again, it uses your business policies to create those shipping policies. So here's my ground, that 10-pound ground. This is everything I put 1 pound plus, so that way if anybody else is listing, they know that everything 1 pound plus will go into the $10 ground. And as you can see, UPS ground saver is in there, ground advantage, and I already have all my weight and dimensions over to the side right here. So that's all set up, ready to go. If you were shipping hard goods, you would have multiples of these because you would need different weight and dimensions. And this is something you can edit within the eBay listing as you're editing. But for most clothing, it's going to be a 9 by 11 by 2 package, and it's going to be 2 pounds for this specific 10-pound weight. But this is all inside of Nifty in the back end. You create your own shipping policies in the back end. Hope that makes sense. How did your house showing go? They all did really good. We didn't have any. The only issue is none of these people are like giving us feedback. They're just coming and looking at the house, and then they don't make an offer. And I was talking to somebody earlier in my earlier live this morning. They also have their house up for sale, and it's like the same thing. I think a lot of people are with the interest rates, they really want to be like 100% on the house they're buying. If there's any issue, they're just not making offers. So yeah, it sucks. I have the terabyte, but 3 payments left. Yeah, I bought mine. Bought mine outright. I highly suggest just buying them outright and get them done. But you have 0% interest if you don't buy them outright. So appreciate you, Dora. Appreciate you, Dora. Appreciate the advice and help like always. Appreciate you hanging out as always. That will solve your problem with Mercari. No, it works in Nifty. That will solve your problem in Mercari. I would love to link up. I can learn how to do whatnot. I live in Wesley Chapel. I'm not sure if you live in that area. I plan to make YouTube videos. We live in Clearwater, but I plan to make YouTube videos. We don't really like meet up with people. I don't do any like paid mentorship or anything like that. To be honest, I just don't have time. It doesn't. It's not me trying to be mean. It doesn't benefit me to like take time out of my day because I'm already busy enough to like stop what I'm doing and like spend like 2 hours with you on how to set up your whatnot. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. And I'm just not trying to be mean. I'm just doesn't make any sense for me to do that. But I will, when we do move, I do plan, if we ever move, I do plan on creating whatnot guide videos so you can watch those for free. All the stuff I put out is for free. And like I said, I don't have mentorships. Surf just put out a good post about this the other day on his social media, and he included me in that. I'm very big on you can learn everything you want for free. When I started Whatnot, I learned everything trial and error. I watched a couple videos online, trial and error with everything else, and that's what I highly suggest you do. But yeah, I don't really do meetups or anything like that to teach. And again, it just doesn't make sense. So completely understand. Good. I hate saying that because there's no way to sound like a D word when you say like it doesn't make sense for me, but it just doesn't make much sense. I found 7 for All Mankind men's jeans for $15 new with tag and some other bread and butters at TJ Maxx. 7 for All Mankind men's jeans, Adriano Goldschmied jeans are at TJ Maxx right now. Men's Page jeans. Those are really 3 really good ones. They will sell out really fast because when they get that $15 price point, you can basically flip them for 50 to 60 bucks on eBay all day. Just make sure they don't have any flaws because a lot of them a couple of them I passed on were missing tags or they had like they look like they got drug on the ground on the bottom, so they didn't make much sense to pick it up. So, yes, thanks when I get to Nifty. Nice. Have you tried staging y'all's house? We live here. There's no way to stage the house. We have kids. We could bring in like really nice furniture and try to stage it, but then I got to worry about my kids like Joey jumping on the furniture and getting all banged up. So yeah, we can't really stage it. I wish we could. I feel like we just gotta like kind of move out. Appreciate you, Debbie. Hopefully everything is doing good for you. Hopefully you're feeling better. I know you're going through some stuff, so hopefully you're doing better. Appreciate you, Darlene. There's only so much time in the day. Yeah, we're busy. I'm spending my time hanging out with you guys right now. You can always ask questions about Whatnot, Russ. Always feel free to jump in the chat, ask questions if you have a question about shipping or something like that, or how you set up a show, or how you number your stuff. Like, feel free to ask those questions like right now. You get those answers for free. I'm not going to charge you for any of that stuff. So All Saints jeans too. I didn't see any All Saints jeans in mine, but yes, All Saints jeans would always be a pickup. Also, they used to have Rag and Bone back in the day. I used to always pick up Rag and Bone. I didn't see any this time. I saw a lot of AG shorts. Don't pick those up. They'll sit for you forever. But yeah, the Rag and Bones are usually always a pickup. So, all right, chat. I think that was a good little live. We were live for a little over an hour. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate all the questions. You guys coming in and asking those. Most likely I won't be live tomorrow night. I'll probably be live tomorrow morning shipping out orders. But tomorrow night's Friday night, so we usually hang out with the family on Friday night. We'll probably go out and do something. So Whatnot show on Saturday night. Make sure you go bookmark that. Even if you want to just come hang out, we're giving away, I think I'm going to try to give away $50 in gift cards from us. And then probably do like $50 worth of sponsored gift card giveaways, along with we're giving away a pair of AirPods for free. So even if you just come hang out in the Whatnot show, you have the availability to win free stuff. So you might as well. I got some Starbucks gift cards over here too that I didn't ship out because we didn't have enough gift card giveaways to fill those. So we already have some Starbucks $10 gift cards. So come hang out. We're probably going to run. I'm going to try to move like 200 items on Saturday night. So it's going to be a really, really fast-paced show. It's going to be fun. Resellers will be able to grab some stuff for deals, and then you'll be able to enter for those gift card and AirPods giveaway. So make sure you come out Saturday night. If you haven't signed up for Whatnot, what I want you to do is I want you to click on this link right here. You're going to get $15 absolutely free. There's no catches. You just got to create a new account to get it, and you'll be able to use that $15 credit on our show. I'm just waiting for the Just waiting for the thing to come up. So click on this link if you've never been to Whatnot before. If you want to have some fun, see how we run a show. Click on that link. $15 for free. And again, AirPods giveaway, gift card giveaway, sponsored gift card giveaways all throughout the night. So come hang out, have some fun. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow morning. I already got like 10 items I got to ship, so I already know tomorrow morning is going to be a little bit of a longer live. So if you missed any of your questions or you have some questions in the meantime, come tomorrow.